Hey, Randy Joe here, and welcome back to the channel where, if you've been following, we have been listening to every album in the Kick series by Arca. And of course, with our last album, we checked out Kick 3, an album that I thoroughly enjoyed. It was very psychedelic. It was very more focused as far as the Kick series goes. And I really did feel like it was a very complete and fully realized project that I will continue to come back to and revisit. But today we are going to continue on, of course, with the fourth entry in the Kick series, of course, being Kick 4. Before we get started, too, I just want to say, if you want to see this album reaction completely unedited, check out the Patreon down below. You'll get Kick 4, as well as the first Kick 3 album reactions completely unedited for just $5. At 11 tracks and 36 minutes, this is another quick one. It seems like every album in the series is less than 40 minutes, which is great in my opinion. I like a nice, short, quick, breezy LP, even though Arca clearly enjoys making these records as dense as possible, despite the short runtime. So I'm very much excited to see where it continues. I really feel like Kick 3, was so unique and fully realized that I can't really imagine it going to a more fleshed out direction. So I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a turn, maybe production wise. But let's jump into it. The first track here of this 11-track journey, of course, being Horong. Here we go. Horong, Arca, Kick 4.
Time and time again. Time again.
Twisted piano here.
Unto herself a reckoning.
Love how kind of warbly the production is. Oh my goodness. This instrumental really feels broken. Love the haziness of it.
There was no need to look back. Everything she had was right there inside of her.
This character
Beckoning to
fully
see.
embracing their personality, maybe full confidence.
Lust for beauty. A lust for beauty. A bloodlust for beauty.
All right, Horong is a quick one. Very weird, very disturbed in its tone. Love the piano work. I hope we get more of that. Here is iiii, another quick one, 2 minutes. Seems we had a character at the beginning there who is striving perhaps for perfection. Save yourself. Quite a alien sort of foundation to this track. As expected at this point from Arca. Love the horn work there. This is a hypnotic track. Gorgeously spiritual. I like that one. Very, very sweet and hypnotic. Love the airy atmosphere of it all. Here is Xenomorph Girl, Carrying It On. Those first two tracks, I really like the airy atmosphere of it. It's very ethereal kind of focus of the album. Not nearly as industrial or as, sci-fi coded as the earlier Kick projects. Oh, love these glimmering kind of pianos. Oh, getting quite chunky in this breakdown. Oh my god. Very, like, gorgeous, swelling arrangements. Love this pounding beat underneath it all. Yeah, everything else just feels super tranquil. Man, Xenomorph Girl continuing with the second track there, Isana, in terms of just sheer beauty and ethereal nature. Very, very dream poppy, I would argue. Or just art pop, I guess is the term I'm looking for. But a gorgeous set of arrangements. I love the layering on this LP. Here's Queer. Let's keep it going. It's very ambient as well in its nature, which I'm a big fan of. Something to get lost in. Arca got bars on this one. I just love the trippy nature of this all. Oh. Yeah, very spacey, sci-fi, almost gunshot effect. Fully embracing the queerness of Arca, for sure. It's such an embracing sort of track. I love the layering on this album is fantastic. There's a very like wholesome and gorgeous ethereal sort of atmosphere throughout this album specifically. You compare it to something like Kick 2, which Kick 2 was almost like a horror show. It was very grotesque in its sci-fi, but this one feels so welcoming and full of love. I'm just loving just the energy it's giving off. It's a very warm embrace of an LP. There's no bodies being crushed and mangled in the mix, that's for sure. Oh. And it's like bassy and glitchy and just pushes you into the stratosphere. Also, a lot of the lyrics and the themes of the record seem to be one of empowerment as well, full confidence, which is, of course, always appreciated on my channel. Love the whole ethos that's dripping throughout the lyrics. That's a great one. I was not big on that opening track, but I feel like as we've continued on, they've been very consistent both in style and theme, but also just in quality. Really just gorgeous tracks back to back. Here's Witch.
This witch is so seductive, elective, and protective.
We got a repeating
This witch is so
motif right off the bat.
Elective and protective. This witch is so seductive.
Although, although repetitive, knowing Arca, it's going to transform completely by the end.
This witch is so seductive, elective, and protective.
Also a big fan of the focus of piano throughout this record. Especially with how long the notes are held. Nothing too much to say about this one. It is surprising how it hasn't evolved as much as I expected of Arca. Love the unique production though, very crushed out everything sounds. Everything faltering in a way. With her fucking machine. Sounds like she's in paradise, am I right? Wow, the reverb is dripping off the mix. Very conflicted though, I do want to say on that last one. It feels like it did drag a little bit. Was nothing too insane for me personally. Here's Hija? 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 My apologies. It's got to be one of those, I'd imagine. I like the use of the high-pitched vocals throughout this LP. A lot more focused on the high end. Again, adding to this ethereal kind of alien life in a way. Really pitching them up here. Love the like clipping mix. So chopped up. The guitar work though is actually beautiful. I didn't catch that at first. Very acoustic based. I like this one actually. The further it's gone on, the more I'm really grown accustomed to it. Let's go into the next track here. Bokei of track 7. Yeah. Bit of a grunge almost sound to this, or an alt rock sound, but of course mixed with Arca's kind of production that is so futuristic. You can hear the strings. Love the instrumental in this one so far. Again, it feels depressed, melancholic, like a 90s kind of grunge track as well, and it's that kind of atmosphere. That piano as well, still there, very buried this time around, but I just love the very gorgeous textures we're getting throughout this record. Easily, hands down, the prettiest in the Kick series. Even though the lyrics have tapered off, the layering, the arrangements, the just like very dense atmosphere here is so magical, it's so palpable. I know the Kick series is meant to exist in some alien world. It's all part of this alien sort of existence in a way. And, you know, this one especially, though, does feel like it's transporting you to another dimension. I feel like as I'm listening to this, I have completely, you know, ascended to the heavens, past the heavens, onto another planet. A planet that is, like, beautiful and not like no sense of fear whatsoever within it. It's almost like each kick represents a different planet within this Kick galaxy. And this is the planet I want to be on. Love this one. And the haziness of the piano, the very washed out nature of it all, like it's just out of grasp. Let's go into track 8. Alien Inside. Oh my god, like this. So blaring right off the bat. Very almost shoegazy, I feel like, in a way.
Face object misery.
Post-human celestial sparkle. That's kind of a beautiful thought. A mutant faith. Again, even the lyrics. Even the lyrics are clearly of this alien world. Love this almost like layered guitar work. I believe that's what it is. So overblown. Very shoegazy in a way. Again, I feel like a lot of this album kind of takes elements of like 90s rock music and pushes it into the very experimental poppy nature of Arca. Here is the next track here, Alter. I thought Alien Inside was good, but more of a world builder than anything. This one's super sparse. Just altered vocals. This is all a cappella, this one? I'm not sure on this one either. I feel like there are certain tracks here that aren't as, I guess, fleshed out as I would like, even though I really enjoy the identity of the record. This one just very sparse and kind of lingers on a little too long. It's almost 4 minutes. Hold on. We've got a bit of a beat coming in. Just for the tail end of the track. That was a bizarre outro there. Again, really unsure on Alter. I feel like, you know, it was a little too sparse for my liking, even though, again, I really enjoy the reverb kind of focus of it all. It really adds to this ethereal sort of atmosphere. But it was a track that I felt like didn't really do a whole lot. Here is Lost Woman Found. I like the synths that are coming in too. Oh. Taking center focus here. Arca on the look for miracles. Quite a hopeless track in terms of the lyrics. I feel like themes of identity and finding one's purpose seem like a very continual through line throughout the album's themes. Something that keeps a nice kind of, I would say, concise, you know, sort of consistency to the record, which I do like. Lyrically, very introspective. That beat in the background, quite a continual pounding. I wonder how much this relates as well to the kind of trans experience, especially with Arca's transformation, and how this relates to fully embracing who you truly are on the inside in this process. It's very beautiful and very alien-like, which I would recognize. That's probably how many people feel during that process. Alien, but finding their sense of belonging. Really like this one though. It's gorgeous. Just those blaring guitars, the synths rising above it all. I like that one a lot. Lost Woman Found. Again, also even the lyrics, or the title I should say, seems to relate to this trans process perhaps, and finding your womanhood. Gorgeous. Gorgeous track. I really like that one. It's a grower. At first I was a little iffy on it, that first half, but as we reached the second half, I felt like it continually improved and really sunk into you. Here is Paw to close it out. A very interesting album so far, I'll say that. I really enjoy the direction she took this in though. Getting quite kinky perhaps here. Bit of a mommy dom energy with this one. Very bouncy synth work. Just shimmering in and out of the mix. Arca. I'm a taken man. Man, the reverb is pushed to the max on kick 4, that's for sure. Ooh. I like that one. A nice gentle closer. Maybe dealing with themes of sexuality and fetishization of this dominating energy that Arca is putting out throughout that track. But specifically what I really like is the album's entire focus of what seems to be love, whether it be self-love on the track Lost Woman Found, which I really feel like was a gorgeous trans anthem perhaps, or love for another, whether it be Paw, with how sexual it seems to be in its messaging perhaps, queer as well, love for all people, I would imagine, in this specific community, maybe advising those to fully embrace who they are as a person, as an individual, which I really like. I feel like Arca is such an inclusive, being, and Kick 4 really feels like the most inclusive project thus far in the Kick series. On top of that, I love the atmosphere. Like I've been saying, it's beautiful. It's ethereal. It's kind of shoegazy, like I've been saying already. It really does feel like a completely alien sort of world that is very embracing in its love of everyone. I'm not really sure what to say about this one. I really like the ambient nature as well, and I like the piano work that we got on a lot of the tracks here. It really all added together, especially with the reverb that was just super, pushed to the max on all these tracks. Really made for an album that is one of the most, I would say, cohesive and consistent and atmospheric in the Kick series, because I felt like Kick 1 and Kick 2 bounced around quite a bit in terms of their style, but Kick 3 felt a lot more focused, a lot more honed in on just one individual idea, and Kick 4 seems to be continuing that from Kick 3, but instead of the more psychedelic route, it went a much more ethereal route, which is a little similar, but of course much more spacey this time around, much more soft and gentle in a way. So I really like just the cohesive and packed nature of this album. It also flies by, like I said, 36 minutes. All these Kick albums really do fly by. I think they have great pacing, not only because of the short run times, but a lot of the tracks just feel like they kind of develop and are well arranged in a way that doesn't feel like anything's dragging on too long. Even though I do think on the second half of the record, some of these tracks, for example, Alter, just feel like they do kind of meander a little bit. But other than that, I feel like most of the project is very well paced. So Kick 4, one of my favorites in the series so far, probably my second favorite just off of a first listen, I'd have to say. Kick 3 still really blew my mind, whereas Kick 4 just feels like a very gentle, beautiful, ethereal come down from Kick 3. So that does it for today's video. If you liked the video, please hit like and subscribe to listen to more of Arca's projects alongside myself. Of course, we're going to be checking out Kick 5 next in the series, and if you want to see this video as well as all the other Kick album reactions fully unedited, check the Patreon in the description down below. For $5 a month, you get all my videos from this year completely unedited. But as always, my name is Randy Joe. I appreciate you watching, and I'm signing off.